Thoroughbred Action is presented by Hardacre Farm. Welcome to Thoroughbred Action from Gulfstream Park. Thanks for spending your Sunday with us. We have great races on tap, 12 coming up, including stakes action in the Jupiter Beach. Let's check out the track and weather conditions.
We start the afternoon with a sloppy main track and a good turf course. However, the sun stayed out, and when the main track was upgraded to good by midway through the program, the turf course would eventually be listed as firm. First of the day over the main track at 6 furlongs, an allowance race of the entry-level variety with a field of 7. The first race favorite was number 1, Noble Venezuela.
Racing at Gulfstream. From the center, Foreman the Foreman gets the first call, but here's the favorite, Noble Venezuela, quickly up the challenge and take over the lead. Noble Venezuela leads a half a length on Foreman the Foreman. 2 back to Sherpa, then to the outside, Wild Good, working 3 ahead of Thanks God. McFly is second last, and Baba Toby is last of all as they race to the half-mile pole. It's Noble Venezuela who leads by a half a length. On the outside, Foreman the Foreman keeps the pressure on through a rock-solid opening quarter of 22 seconds flat. Sherpa's third under Jose Bautista, working 2 ahead of Wild Good, who's dropped better than 5 lengths behind. Then to the outside and McFly around Thanks God, and still nothing from Baba Toby. That's the 7 of them past the 5/16, and up front, Noble Venezuela still has the lead. Foreman the Foreman working harder to stay close. From the back, Thanks God begins to roll home. He's fourth in the black colors and coming on through a 44 4/2 mile into the stretch, and Noble Venezuela has some work to do as Thanks God is charging hard on the outside. Wider than that is McFly with the late interest inside the final furlong. Noble Venezuela tackled and passed by Thanks God. McFly rolling at him. Thanks God takes the lead. Baba Toby's up the rail, but Thanks God will spring the upset, and he'll win it. Second McFly, third Baba Toby, then Sherpa, Noble Venezuela in 110 4.
Favorite goes too fast, too soon, and a big upset to start the day. Number 3, Thanks God, rallies to get the score as the longest shot in the race under jockey Lionel Reyes for trainer Nick Mastronardi Jr. and owner Nancy Mastronardi. 5, Baba Toby completes a sizable exacta ahead of number 6, McFly, who ran third. To the second race now at 6.5 furlongs over the main track. Claimers in for a price tag of $30,000. These are fillies and mares. A field of 6 signed on. Heavy favorite from the rail, number 1, Easy's Mistress.
And they're up. From the center, Queen Roller blast out to take a clear early lead from 3 Illusions, who comes away to race in second. Trick Mint is splitting horses, and Easy's Mistress is down toward the rail. Then it's a gap of 2 to the trailers, Dr. Cotton Jen and Cotton Tuya. They're at the back of the pack as they race to the final half mile. Up front, Queen Roller leads at half a length over 3 Illusions in second. Easy's Mistress is pocketed up third. Racing from fourth and about 2 lengths behind, Trick Mint. Out 3 wide, Cotton Tuya, and now trailing is Dr. Cotton Jen. They make their way to the far turn. The opening quarter very slow, 23 2. And up front, Queen Roller leads a half a length. On the outside, and 3 Illusions is a bit closer second. Down at the inside, Easy's Mistress will need a way through for Tyler Gaffleone. She's run on to third. Back to fourth is Trick Mint. Outside in Cotton Tuya, and trailing is Dr. Cotton Jen as they run to the top of the stretch. 47 seconds for the opening half mile. 3 Illusions cutting down the margin of Queen Roller. These two arrive at the top of the stretch in lockstep as Easy's Mistress is driven and yet to reply after a turn for home now. Less than 3/16 to go. Queen Roller, dead game up front. She's finding more at the 8th pole, but 3 Illusions is not going away. 3 Illusions takes another run at Queen Roller. Queen Roller wandering, but holding on. 3 Illusions with a late push on the outside. Queen Roller wins. Queen Roller prevails from 3 Illusions. Then Easy's Mistress and Cotton Tuya finish fourth.
Number 4, Queen Roller, breaks much, much better than she had her last couple of races, and it landed her in front. And once she got the lead, she refused to give it up and give Lionel Reyes a sweep of the early daily double. Gustavo Amaya trained the daughter of Hold Me Back for Held LLC. 6, 3 Illusions, second ahead of the 1 Easy's Mistress, who completes the try. Time for a timeout. When we come back, we'll continue with the Sunday card. We're on the turf right after this.
We have to take care of these horses that, give us so much joy.
Being accredited by the TAA gives us instant credibility.
People trust us even more than they have before because they know that the TAA has been to all of our locations and that our horses are well cared for.
I mean, this farm wouldn't look the way it is, these horses wouldn't look the way they are if it wasn't for the generosity and the hard work of the Thoroughbred Aftercare Alliance.
They've united our whole industry in terms of the aftercare movement.
We're all working together for the same purpose.
We're back now for race number 3 on the card, 7.5 furlongs over the turf. Claimers in for a price tag of $16,000. Scratch the 4, Hail to Victory. A field of 6. The betting favorite was number 3, Promete.
the outside, ABG Mastro gets the first call. Moving between horses, here's Promete, Little Christian from down toward the inside. These three, the top flight horses, as Sedula Ocho races on fourth. Then back to Dependable Phil, and at the back of the field is Stay and Cruise as they run around the turn at a very, very slow pace. They're backing down the pace, and up front, Little Christian and Carlos Montalvo have them stacked up a bit, leading Promete a half a length. On hold, third and down inside is Sedula Ocho, followed by ABG Mastro, then Dependable Phil, and Stay and Cruise is last. They go down the backstretch, trying to back down the pace even more as Montalvo on Little Christian, and he still maintains a narrow lead. It's Little Christian in front, 3 wide ABG Mastro, 4 wide Stay in Cruise. In the two-path, and Promete is now moving up. Down at the inside, Sedula Ocho and Dependable Phil is last as they run to the final half mile. Up front, the leader still Little Christian. Second is Promete, third is ABG Mastro, fourth is Stay in Cruise, fifth is Sedula Ocho, and Dependable Phil is last. They swing to the far turn. No change in proceedings. Little Christian maintains control. Promete is second. ABG Mastro 3 wide third. Sedula Ocho begins to look for room. So does Dependable Phil. Stay in Cruise is wide, and he's at the back of the field, but he's not far away as now the pace quickens. Little Christian fights to hold it. Promete has a narrow lead. On the outside, an ABG Mastro 3 wide for Zayas, and up to challenge from behind the speed and Dependable Phil. Then Sedula Ocho as they turn in. ABG Mastro up for a short lead. Fighting on second is Promete. Back to third, Dependable Phil. Then to the inside and coming on fourth is Little Christian. 16th pole, ABG Mastro for the lead. Promete back to second. ABG Mastro wins. Second, Promete. Third, Dependable Phil. Fourth, Stay in Cruise in 1:33 and 3. And they're off. From between horses, Hollis wins the break and goes looking for a clear lead, and a lead to length and a half early from the favorite Red Peril, who's away a joint second. Maranatha's between that pair. Then back to Fafa racing ahead of 7 Lilies, and the trailer is Master Manipulator. Around the far turn they go, chasing the speed of Hollis, who leads at a length and a half. Red Peril is there second. Toward the inside, Maranatha is third. Back to fourth is Fafa. 3 back to Master Manipulator, and dropping back to last is 7 Lilies with 5/16 to go. Hollis leads at 2.5. Panici getting after Red Peril to try to make some ground second. From the back, Master Manipulator showing a bit of run. He's 5 wide on the course. He's coming on, though, as they turn in. Hollis off the turn with the lead. Hollis by 3.5. Down the outside and coming on Master Manipulator. Maranatha's between horses with Red Peril. There's less than 1/8 of a mile to go. Hollis trying to dig in and find more. Red Peril's taking a good push on the outside. Here's Red Peril cutting down Hollis. These two, Red Peril. Red Peril game and victory nails Hollis with Maranatha third, then Master Manipulator in 58 and 1. And they're off in the Jupiter Beach. Moving out the rail, our Limo Joe blasts out to take a clear early lead from Coronado again, who comes away to race in second. Wow Ye May on the outside. Brandy's Girl between horses. Then back to Extravagant Kid ahead of Blackjack Baby. And Sweet on the Ladies is last of the 7 as they swing to the far turn. Up front, our Limo Joe and Edgard Zayas calling the shots with the length to work with. From the outside, Wow Ye May is into second around Coronado again. Then back to Brandy's Girl out wide on the course. Blackjack Baby between horses. Extravagant Kid tries to find her way through. And Sweet on the Ladies is last as our Limo Joe strings him out a bit now. Our Limo Joe off the top of the turn, leading 2.5. Wow Ye May, the nearest pursuer, second on the outside, and Brandy's Girl, Sweet on the Ladies, working home between horses with 1/8 of a mile to go. Our Limo Joe has the lead. Brandy's Girl now starts to set her mind on business, and she takes the lead. Brandy's Girl, can she beat the boys? You bet. She wins going away. Our Limo Joe second, third Extravagant Kid, fourth Sweet on the Ladies, then back to Blackjack Baby in 55 and 3. All set. And they're off. From the center, Dawn Patrol begins nicely. Put the Boss back is showing speed, moving out the rail. Dravite to Gore, not far away, and on the far outside, Diascuri as they scramble for the lead as they run out of the chute. Up on the outside, Diascuri from the top shelf now takes charge to lead a length and a quarter from Put the Boss back, who races from second. In between horses, Dawn Patrol is now third. The class dropper to Gore is down to the inside. Off the chain is on his outside, working a length and a half better than Dravite. Then it's back to Dreamin' of the Wild, who sets up shop second last, and two to the trailer, La Cabalion. The opening quarter was 24-1. Down the backstretch they go. Put the Boss back leads by a head. Diascuri on the outside second. Dawn Patrol is poised 3 wide third. Tagore is kept honest by Olivero down inside fourth, racing ahead of Off the Chain. Then comes Dravite, and down at the rail, Dreamin' of the Wild. And La Cabalion is last of all for Alvarado Jr. as they swing around the far turn. They approach the 3 furlong point. Up front, Put the Boss back leads at a half a length. 3 wide and Dawn Patrol from between horses. Diascuri. Off the Chain is next. Tagore begins to look for racing room. Dravite on the outside. Then Dreamin' of the Wild. He's trying to ride the rail into contention. And last of all is La Cabalion with a quarter of a mile left to go. Put the Boss back turns first after 3 quarters. And 113 flat to the attack. Dawn Patrol second. Tagore out from behind horses and trying to come on now with 3/16 left to go. Put the Boss back leads a length and a half. Tagore set down driving with 1/8 of a mile to get to him. Dawn Patrol is next with Off the Chain. Final furlong. Tagore starts to get to Put the Boss back. Put the Boss back is reaching, but Tagore's got him. Tagore and Olivero, a measured winner, 3 parts of a length. Put the Boss back second, Off the Chain third, then Dawn Patrol and Dreamin' of the Wild in 139-1.
A passion for horses and a commitment to breed champions is the foundation of Hardacre Farm. Founded in 1999 by Amy Tarrant, owner, breeder, and trainer, Hardacre Farm, now based in Ocala, continues its tradition of success. From the Breeders' Cup to Gulfstream Park, Hardacre Farm, from the breeding shed to the racetrack, in pursuit of producing the best.
They're up. Colonel Don and Are You Talking to Me were away well. Archer Road has speed. Up on the outside, here's Shiny Copper Penny. And down at the rail, the first-timer Dance Strike is displaying speed, while a bit keen as they charge to the first turn. Out 3 wide, Shiny Copper Penny puts ahead in front of Archer Road, who's racing in second. Dance Strike is now back to third, and he's relaxed a bit better now. He's only 2.5 lengths off the lead. Then comes Colonel Don ahead of Are You Talking to Me and Scorpius, and King Moro is last of all as they round that first turn run. Up front, the leader, Shiny Copper Penny, by 2 over Archer Road second, behind an opening quarter and a quick 22-2. Third is Dance Strike. Fourth at the inside, Colonel Don, followed by the comebacker Scorpius. Then Are You Talking to Me second last, and trailing the field is King Moro as there's now less than 5 furlongs to go. The leader is Shiny Copper Penny. In front, a length and a half. Archer Road second. Dance Strike third. At the rail, Carlos Montalvo and Colonel Don fourth. Out 3 wide and King Moro. Then Scorpius held up between horses for Daryl Holland. And trailing the field is Are You Talking to Me as they complete a half mile in 47-4. They swing to the far turn. They've yet to head Shiny Copper Penny and Abby Medina. They lead 3 parts of a length. On the outside, Archer Road is second. Colonel Don third. Dance Strike is next. Scorpius needs room bad. Up on the outside and King Moro. Dance Strike is still right there. Are You Talking to Me shuffled the last after 3 quarters. In 112-1, they run to the top of the stretch. Shiny Copper Penny surviving so far off the turn with a half a length advantage. Colonel Don ducks to the inside to try to secure racing room. On the outside, Dance Strike with Archer Road. 1/8 of a mile to go. 4 chances. Dance Strike launching an attack on the outside of Archer Road, and Dance Strike hits the lead. Archer Road is back to second. Colonel Don is third. He just took up. The leader and winner is Dance Strike. Second, Archer Road. Colonel Don third. Close after that between Shiny Copper Penny and Scorpius in 142-2. From the center, Cowboy Bob blasts out to take a clear advantage in the early stages from first-time starter Scotus Care, who comes away second. Alfredo is out of there third. Here's Nonsuch quickly on the attack, and Nonsuch now joining Cowboy Bob up front. Alfredo was fourth out, fifth on the outside is Paco and Sacco. Then comes Duke of Miami from between horses, moving at the rail. That's Going to the Beach ahead of Lucky Clemon, and at the back of the field is Dazzling Pros. They round the far turn at the 5/16. Nonsuch giving Cowboy Bob all he wants on the front end, but here comes a first-timer in Scotus Care on the outside, and Scotus Care and Abby Medina sweep up three wide to challenge for the top as they turn in. Toward the inside, Cowboy Bob cuts the corner. He's back for more, and he takes the lead clearly now. It's Cowboy Bob past the eighth pole on a two-length lead. Scotus Care is up into second, around Nonsuch third. Duke of Miami running on for fourth, but Cowboy Bob's the winner. Cowboy Bob and Tyler Gaffleone kick clear to win it easily in the end by three. Nonsuch second, Scotus Care third. Fourth was Duke of Miami ahead of Going to the Beach and 58-1. And they're off. To Your Health was off a step slow. From the center, Chatino wins the break. Bakit has speed. Gisnell from down toward the inside away with foot. And Gisnell puts ahead in front of Chatino as they run to the first turn. Taking off the speed is Bakit to race in third ahead of Telling Tony in fourth. Then at the inside, it's Fair Prospect who follows along fifth. Velardo between horses. Three wide is recalibrating. It's a length and a half back inside to Got Some Mojo. And the trailer is the slow starter, To Your Health. He's last a long way in his South Florida return as 30-1 long shot Gisnell has the top. It's Gisnell in front to length and a half. Chatino on the outside second. Bakit is tucked in third. Telling Tony is on the inside of Velardo and a joint fourth. Then out wide is recalibrating, followed by Fair Prospect and Got Some Mojo. And then it's far back to Your Health, who tries to play catch-up at the back of the field through a 23-4 opening quarter. There's been no change in the plot. The leader is Gisnell and Jose Alvarez, 3 parts in front of Chatino and Miguel Vasquez, who've been flanking the leader since the outset. Third is Bakit. He gets the green light to try to make some ground. Telling Tony is fourth. He's the gray. Followed by Velardo on the outside and recalibrating. Fair Prospect just took up pretty severely, too, under Jose Bautista. Cost him about 3 or 4 lengths. Got Some Mojo is next, and nothing yet from To Your Health as they round the far turn. They went 48-4 for the opening half mile. Up front, Gisnell leads by 3/4 in 112-3. Chatino comes to call on the outside second. Telling Tony is third. Bakit is fourth. The rest working hard. Fair Prospect on the grandstand side as they swing into the drive. Gisnell trying to spring the shocker. Chatino charging his second on the outside, and Fair Prospect, he won't go away, and he's coming on well on the outside. Got Some Mojo surfacing late. It's Fair Prospect in front. Fair Prospect and Got Some Mojo. Got Some Mojo and Jaramillo surged right on the money, and it's too close to call between Fair Prospect and Got Some Mojo in 142-4. They're in the gate. And they're off. Last in, first out, Regan's Rose blasts out of the outside gate and crosses over to lead by a length and a half already. Racing into second is Watercross. Out of there third is Sammy Sunshine. She's 3 lengths behind. Now moving up on the far outside is Tis Surprise and Little Hidden Gem splits horses. Bella Star is at the rail. Then it's a gap of another 2 lengths back to Florence, who's in retreat mode alongside Just Eat It. And at the back of the field now is Tis Surprised. Around the far turn they go. Regan's Rose, quickest of the quick at the 5/16, leads by 2. Watercross second, Semi Sunshine third. Gap of another 4 lengths to Morning Destiny, who's raced into fourth. Racing around Bella Star, who's back to fifth, and they're at the top of the stretch. Regan's Rose sets sail for the money and opens a 5-length lead now. Sammy Sunshine fully stretched, trying to hold on to second. Running on a bit at the inside. Bella Star trying to get up for third with Watercross, and then it's Morning Destiny. To the wire, Regan's Rose, a gate-to-wire winner. She won it by 2.5. Second, Semi Sunshine. Third was Bella Star. Fourth was Watercross. Got close after that. Florence charging at Morning Destiny in 58 and 3.
Crossing the finish line for the last time can mean an uncertain future for many horses. Recognizing the need for a dignified retirement, the racing industry has made racehorse aftercare a top priority. In partnership with Gulfstream Park and the Florida Horsemen's Association, Florida Track provides retraining and adoption services for retired racehorses. Thanks to their efforts, the end of a racing career can signal the beginning of a new career in show jumping, trail riding, police work, even therapy for children and veterans. However, good intentions do not come without cost. As a nonprofit organization, Florida Track relies on tax-deductible donations and volunteers to help pay for feed, training, housing, and veterinary care. To find out how you can help, contact Florida Track today. Your support will go a long way towards a new beginning.
And they're up. Clean beginning. From the inside, Mikwaima reaches out to take the early lead. From the center, that's Little Queen, who has speed. Up on the outside, Adios Ashley. Secret War is away in the top flight. She'll land fourth behind the speed. Working 2.5 clear of She's Away with Run Victoria Run on her outside. Then it's a length and a half to the team of Flying Girl and Taco Wayne Shot. And it's a gap of another 4 lengths to the trailer. The trailer is US Diva. Around the first turn they go. Mikwaima has the inside position and the lead. 3 parts of a length in front of Little Queen, who races from second. 2.5 back to third and Adios Ashley. Then Secret War. Run Victoria Run moves up a spot. She's now into fifth. She's only about 4 lengths behind. 2.5 in front of She's a Wave. Then Taco Wayne Shot moving out the rail, Flying Girl. And the trailer, US Diva. The opening quarter was covered in 22 and 4. Sharp pace being set by 3-1 proposition Mikwaima, who leads to the half-mile pole after a 47 and 4 half-mile. She's in front 3 parts of a length. Flying Queen alongside second. Gap of 2 to Adios Ashley, who's at the inside third. Then Run Victoria Run. She's a Wave gets started while 3 wide. Flying Girl between horses. Secret War at the rail. Then Taco Wayne Shot, and still nothing from US Diva. That's the 9 of them as they round the far turn. They went 47 and 4 for the half mile, and Mikwaima is still up front. She leads by 2. On the outside and Run Victoria Run trying to get underway with Adios Ashley between horses. She's a Wave is wide on the course. Running at the rail is Flying Girl as they turn in. 3/4, 112 and 3. Mikwaima sets sail for the money and leads now 3.5 lengths. Run Victoria Run in the center of the racetrack is trying to get into second with Adios Ashley and Flying Girl. But speaking of Adios, here's Mikwaima, a gate-to-wire winner. Mikwaima and Jose Bautista by 3 in the end. From Run Victoria Run second, Adios Ashley third, fourth was Flying Girl, and then fifth Taco Wayne Shot in 143 and 1.